Hello, I've created this treatment program that I want to share with you that's allowed my patients to reverse ED in about 10 days. And it really gets to the underlying cause of the problem, which is what's so great about it. And it does this by building a physiological foundation, which means that if you're suffering from ED, you're going to get great results from this. But even if you're not suffering from ED, but you just want to increase your health and your vitality, this treatment protocol is probably going to be something that you're going to want to look at. Also, the results of the protocol are cumulative. So basically, the longer you do the protocol, the better or the greater the results are going to be. But we really see some pretty dramatic results in the first 10 days. And you can complete this program in your own home. There's no expensive office visits. There's no prescription drugs. There's no painful procedures. You do have to purchase some plant-based medicine products. They're not expensive, and I'm going to give you the links to where you can buy those directly from the supplier that I use in my clinic. So let's begin in descending order, meaning we're going to start with the most important things and run it down to the least important things in this protocol. And the first step to this is going to be supplementation. The second step is going to be exercise, but a very unique exercise. And thirdly, it's going to be massage. And again, not a traditional type of massage, but something very special and very unique. In supplements, what I need you to do is I need you to purchase the following supplements: Tongkat Ali, ProstX, Betafood, and Hemp Oil. Now let's run through those individually so I can explain what each of those do. Tongkat Ali is a plant medicine that is going to increase your production of something called luteinizing hormone. And luteinizing hormone is going to increase your testosterone production. So it's definitely something we want to do. We want to increase testosterone when we're suffering from ED or when we're looking to enhance that function in our body. We're going to take 200 milligrams of Tongkat Ali per day for the next 10 days. If it's a really difficult case, or if after the first maybe 4 or 5 days you're not seeing any results from this protocol, you can increase that Tongkat Ali from 200 milligrams to 300 milligrams up to 400 milligrams. Very rarely does somebody need 400 milligrams, so I would start with 200 and see how you do. But again, you'll judge it as we go through it. That is the only caveat. You can increase that Tongkat Ali from 200 to 400 if needed. Next thing is the product called ProstX. This is an aqueous enzyme extract of bovine prostate tissue. And this is really important. We know the prostate is important in sexual activity in men. We also know that the prostate, unfortunately, is an organ in most men that as we get older becomes enlarged and becomes unhealthy. We want to have a healthy prostate when we're looking to reverse ED. What ProstX does is it allows calcium to be taken in by the prostate. Unfortunately, this is a problem. And when the prostate does not get enough calcium, it becomes enlarged and dysfunctional. ProstX is going to cover that and allow the calcium to be taken into the prostate. It's going to increase health of the prostate, which is going to directly affect sexual performance. Now, if you're a man who already knows that you have a bad prostate, meaning you have an enlarged prostate or you have prostate issues, then what I want you to do is I want you to take 6 of these ProstX per day. But if you're somebody that has a fairly normal prostate or you're not aware that you have a bad prostate, then you take 3 a day. So 3 a day normally, 6 a day of the ProstX if you already know you have a bad prostate. By the way, if you have prostate cancer, then this protocol has to be done with the approval of your physician. Don't just start doing things because you're going to be on drugs for the prostate cancer and there's going to be interactions. So this is not for somebody with prostate cancer. But if you don't have prostate cancer, if you have, for example, an enlarged prostate or a healthy prostate, ProstX is going to be a great supplement for you to start taking. Next, I want you to take Betafood. Now, what Betafood is a dietary source of nitrates. Betafood is essentially organic beets with the leaves and the stems ground up, dehydrated, and put into a tablet form. You're going to take 3 Betafood per day, and this is going to increase your intake of dietary nitrates, which your body is going to take and convert to nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is this wonderful product that causes vasodilation, which means it causes increase in blood flow in your body. It's going to open up the blood vessels, increase more circulation, more blood flow. It's obvious that that's going to be very useful in cases of ED, right? We want to get lots of blood into the area. As a side note, Betafood is also excellent for people with cardiovascular problems. It forms the foundational supplement of many of my different protocols that I use, including, like I said, heart protocols. So Betafood, you're going to take 3 to 6 of those a day. Start with 3 a day, but if you're a very large person, you can take up to 6 of those per day. Just dose it in 2 separate amounts. So maybe take 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, right? But most people, 3 a day will be perfect. Finally, we need to address something that can be a big problem, and that is the nervous system, right? So all of this function that we need for correct erections, for good sex, is controlled by the nervous system. And unfortunately, with all the stress today that we see, most people have nervous system dysfunction or malfunction. What I mean specifically is I'm talking about these 2 parts of the nervous system, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic part of the nervous system. Now, I'm not going to get into this heavily, but I just want you to know that the nervous system is divided into these 2 separate groups. The parasympathetic is essentially the rest, the relax, the digest part of the system. The sympathetic is basically the gas pedal, right? The go. When I was in school, they always taught us that you have to have a activated sympathetic nervous system to get an erection. Well, we know now that that is not true. We know now that in order to have an erection, we have to activate the parasympathetic system. So initially, the parasympathetic system has to be activated, and then once the erection is obtained, we need to activate the sympathetic part of the system to maintain the erection. I mean, of course, right? Has to be complicated. So what we're after really is not turning on, or sort of building up the parasympathetic or building up the sympathetic. We need balance. We need proper modulation. And there's lots of different ways to do this, some very complicated ways, some ways that are not really safe to do on your own. However, what I found is that if you take 20 drops of hemp oil per day, the hemp oil, what it does is it works with the endocannabinoid system, and it is a modulator of the nervous system, right? So what this means is that the hemp oil is not just going to turn on the parasympathetics or just isolated, in an isolation, turn on the sympathetics. It's going to balance it. If you need a boost in the parasympathetics, the endocannabinoid system is going to activate and it's going to boost the parasympathetics. If or when you need the sympathetics boosted, the endocannabinoid system is going to boost the sympathetics. So hemp oil is a modulator for the nervous system. It's very similar to what echinacea does for the immune system, right? Which I'm a big proponent for echinacea, as you know, for modulation of the immune system. So 20 drops of hemp oil under the tongue every day. It's going to help over time balance out the nervous system. You're going to be able to achieve a parasympathetic response that's going to relax your body enough to achieve the erection, to get the blood into that area. And then once it's in there and you've got that erection, it's going to help you to turn on the sympathetics and maintain the erection. Hemp oil is very useful for a lot of other things, but let's start with using it right now for the correction of ED. Something else that I want you to be aware of is a term. It's called detumescence. Detumescence. And detumescence is basically a nice way to label a flaccid erection, right? So if you're having problems with a strong erection, you can say that you have, erectile dysfunction. You can say that you have a limp penis or something like this. But I just like the term detumescence, right? I mean, if you told somebody that you're suffering from detumescence, I don't know. I just like the way it sounds. I think it sounds a lot nicer than saying you have a limp penis. The good news is that this protocol is going to help to reverse detumescence. So keep that in mind. Now, I want to talk quickly about exercises. There are 3 things I want you to investigate. First is bridges, and you can Google online how to do these. I want you to start doing bridges every day. Not a lot, maybe 3 sets, holding the position for 30 seconds. 3 sets of 30-second holds will be perfect. Bridging is going to help develop the pelvic muscles. It's going to help with that thrusting activity that you need for sex. If you're somebody that's a bottom or likes to be on the bottom during sex, bridging is very useful, right? So you're going to do bridges every day. Secondly, you're going to do planks every day. And again, planks develop core, they develop the muscles, but they also develop a functional movement pattern, really, which is useful for sex. You have got to be able to, if you're a top or somebody that likes to be on top, you've got to hold yourself on top of your partner when you have sex. If you don't have the structural integrity to hold your body weight on top of your partner and you're just smashing your partner while you're having sex, that's very unattractive, right? So that's going to hurt, I should say, hurt your sex life. So doing the planks and the bridges, get your body sort of in the right fitness level that we need for healthy sex. Plus, they develop a lot of these internal intrinsic muscles that are used during intercourse that are very useful. Finally, we know cardiovascular health is very important. But if you're like me, I'm a bit lazy. I don't like to go for runs and stuff like that. We want to try to get our heart rate into what's called zone 2. Now, the way you know zone 2 is you take 220 minus your age and then multiply that by 0.6 or 0.7. You want to get about 60 to 70% of that number to get your ideal heart rate to get you in zone 2, which is supposedly the best heart rate level to go to for a non-stressful improvement of the cardiovascular system, which we want, right? We want to increase blood flow. We want to be healthy. You can do this by walking, lots of ways, but if you have the means to this and if you can afford it, I strongly recommend a sauna. I have a sauna. I've made videos on it from SaunaRay. I believe SaunaRay makes the best saunas in the world. They're out of Canada. Those Canadians, right? And it's a ceramic heater infrared sauna. It's not one of those carbon fiber panel saunas. They're very dangerous. Go to SaunaRay's website, educate yourself if you decide to get a sauna. The great thing about a sauna is that I can go in my sauna for 20 minutes and I can achieve zone 2 heart rate in 20 minutes. I can get the benefits of zone 2 without doing anything. All I got to do is just sit there. And I think that's a great way to do it. Plus, of course, the sauna has so many benefits for the immune system, for stress hormones, for blood flow, all that stuff, right? Which we're not going to get into right now. But the point is, with ED, getting a sauna is going to help your ED. If you can afford it, get a SaunaRay sauna and get to that level 2, that zone 2 heart rate, which is what we're after. So finally, I want to talk about massage. And this is one instance where we are definitely talking about that type of massage. Okay, so the goal here with this massage is not to work out the muscles or to apply a lot of force or pressure. This is a sensory massage. What we want to do is we want to use gentle pressure to stimulate all the little nerve endings in the skin of the genital area. Okay? And we can do this with our hand. We can do it with a vibration device. We can use like a cold towel or a hot towel, different types of things like that. We can use a brush. I wouldn't use a brush. So the easiest thing is to use your hand, right? And what you want to do is gently touch the genitals, just the skin surface, just stimulating touch on the skin surface. And what that's going to do over time is it's going to help your body develop more nerve endings, more sensory nerve endings into that genital area. And it's also going to increase your ability to have an erection, right? It's going to train the sensory nerves to respond quickly. So if you're somebody that has problems getting aroused, this training process will make it easier for you to get aroused. Look, we're not looking to suppress the normal ability to get aroused. The idea that you want to fight or suppress your level of excitation so you can last longer with sex is a silly idea. The way to last longer is to be healthier and to enjoy it, right? And so we want to stimulate that area so that we can develop more sensory nerves into the genital area. And long term, with these other things I'm recommending, it's going to give you stellar sex. While you're massaging the penis, basically, a few things to do. One, use raw sesame seed oil. It feels good. You don't need another reason other than that, but there is. So raw sesame seed oil is a great source of vitamin E. And when you use that and you massage that into the skin, it gets absorbed transdermally through the skin into the bloodstream. You're going to get a good dose of natural vitamin E, and that's going to help with hormone production and many other things that are going to be very useful when it comes to sex and overcoming erection dysfunction. So get some raw sesame seed oil, some organic raw sesame seed oil. Buy the highest quality you can afford. Use that on your body. It's a great, it feels good, but it's a great massage product in general, but really good for when we're talking about erectile dysfunction. The other thing is that when you're massaging the penis, what I want you to do is very gently, and I mean gently, right? Don't pull it off. Don't pull it off, please. Grab the base of the penis and give it a very gentle tug to stretch the suspensory ligament. And this is a ligament that basically suspends the penis. And that ligament, if you stretch it a little bit, you get some movement into that area that will increase the length of the penis as well, make the penis much more functional when it comes to getting an erection. So you want to massage the testicles, massage the penis, use the raw sesame seed oil, and then give it a little tug, right? Because I know it sounds crazy, but give it a little tug. Tug that suspensory ligament gently. If you pull your penis off, you're not going to have much luck overcoming erectile dysfunction, are you? So be gentle with the penis, be gentle with the testicles, but use this massage process as a way to increase sensation to that area. Thank you very much. I'm going to put links to everything. You can purchase all these products directly from Standard Process with links that I'm going to provide. It helps to support the channel. And also, using that, you get any discounts that are currently available. You can reach out to me directly with my phone, text me, through my chat on my website, or in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, give a thumbs up, and I will see you again soon. Thank you very much.